I'm gonna just be lazy.
All right, we are live. Welcome to another edition of the Otter's Den, Cool and Groovy Things with Keith and Joni. I did it again.
Look,
Again. Yeah.
I pointed right.
There you go. There you go.
That's my right hand. This is my left hand. You have to point left-handed.
See, I got to point right-handed at you.
I got to point left-handed at you.
Yep. We'll get it figured out.
I'm
gonna get this shared out quick.
That's confusing. It's a good week, though, isn't it?
Well, it's starting out good for me anyway. The weekend was kind of rough, but today was pretty good.
We have good moons this week. You got a moon coming in Scorpio. That'll help you.
Yes, absolutely.
I didn't realize the impeachment was coming soon.
Oh, yeah.
Shows how much I'm paying attention. I'm not. But with Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, Mercury's very happy in Aquarius. He talks and things come out. He wants Yep.
Go ahead.
Aquarius is the truth seeker. You have to tell an Aquarius the truth.
Yes, you do.
So to me, it's a waste of time and all of our money. But what do I know?
Well, you are absolutely 100% correct in that assumption. It is a complete and utter waste of money. It is. It really is.
You have somebody that's golfing. They've left office. Move on. Move on.
Exactly.
Move on. Get us our stimulus checks and move on. I want to. Where's the money?
Well, at first, before the quote election, Biden was all about you let me, I'm going to get you your $2,000. Then he gets quote into quote office, and well, I don't think that's feasible now. Now they had a hearing today, and there were only a handful of senators and whatnot there in the meeting. I'm surprised there was enough to even have a meeting. There's nobody there. Where they at? It's we're watching. What's that?
Where is the stimulus at right now?
They are fighting over the Republic. The reps want to take out the trash spending, the ridiculous amounts to other countries and everything else. They want to take that out. They want to make it about the American people. There's a couple Dems with them, but they're slipping stuff in again. That's where it's at. That's why it took so long to get the last one. Plus, Pelosi kept blocking it, and it's going to be. I wouldn't count on anything right away. I wouldn't.
The $600 was what ticked off the young people.
Yeah. Trump was even spouting, hey, $2,000, give them $2,000. They deserve it. They deserve more, but give them the $2,000, and they wouldn't do it. And that wasn't the Republicans. That was a few of them. It was the other side, but they need to work together, and they're not going to. However, we're watching a movie right now. Anything they're doing right now, it's null and void. It's null and void. It ain't gonna happen.
I'm not watching any. I'm like the rest of America right now. None of us watching. None of us care. We're done. We're done with fighting, and just
not yet.
Work for us. You work for us.
Well, that's the thing, Joni. Right now, they can't actually work for us because the corporation that was the United States of America is null and void now. We are now once again a constitutional republic. Okay, so Washington, D.C. is a city-state, just like the Vatican. Okay, The Dems now want to make Washington, D.C. a state, the 51st state. They couldn't do that before because America was a corporation. Now it's no longer a corporation. It's back to a constitutional republic. So now they can make D.C. a state. There's a lot involved. Wait for it. Hang on.
Fire.
Hang on. That's what I'm getting at. DC is fenced in all the way around. The fence is set up to keep people in. The razor wire, the attaching hardware, the gate handles, it's all set to keep people in, not to keep people out. The guards are now on the outside. You see what I'm saying here? Trump and the military are going to take everybody and arrest everybody that has committed crimes, treason, child molesting, you name it, human trafficking. They're going to go down. That's just my opinion. Okay, my opinion. But it's up in the stars that you look at. So let's get to those, by the way, before I get too sidetracked and just really start rambling. Hi, Renee, Teresa, Lisa, how you guys doing?
I don't watch all that, but it is falling in line with the crumbling of the old, bringing in the new, the Aquarius. And this is purely astrological because I'm not watching any of this crap.
Right.
I watch the home shows.
That's why I want to hear what you have to say from the stars' point of view.
When you leave the Capricorn energy, that was 200 years of it. It's Aquarius is the collective. It's the people. It brings power back to the people.
Yeah.
So if what you are saying, it is the crumbling of the old. It's very, very now for people that say, I just want it to go back like it was. It's not going to go back because we moved ahead.
It wasn't.
What I don't mean with government, I mean with your, like people were saying, I want to go back to the way it was prior to COVID. And we're not going back to that because we have left that.
Yeah, we're going to go to something better.
Oh, Aquarian energy? Yes. It's weird.
Howie, brother, what's up?
It's weird. It's innovative. It's the collective. It's friendly. It's loving. It can be stubborn. But you talk about well, you're a fixed sign.
I'm not fixed.
Yes, you are. You should be. You're a Scorpio. You should be fixed when you're 12. God.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Hold your thought. Lisa says she's got a lot of buffering going on. Does anybody else? Might be my Wi-Fi.
What is buffering?
Where the screen just freezes and then you get that little circle that spins and spins while it loads. Hey, Ron, how you doing tonight?
Mercury retro.
Yeah, Renee says, she wants something better. She's tired of being tired. I completely understand that. Anybody else have any buffering? Okay, Jeff. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Jeff says it looks good to him. So might be a connection problem, Lisa. Teresa's good. All right. Okay, now get back to what you were saying. Sorry.
Okay. So Aquarius is the collective. We are leaving the old. Aquarians. I mean, anybody that's an air signs, actually. So we've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius are literally going 1,000 miles an hour right now. We absolutely cannot slow down. We feel it. It's lighter. This is where we excel. So air signs, this retrograde is good for us because it's going to teach us we have to slow down. February 11th, they all go into, remember I showed you that picture today?
Yeah.
They all went into Aquarius. There's like 6 or 7 planets. I think February 11th is the final push. And then after that, this energy will all get used to it, and we're good for another 200 years.
Ready? 11. 11.
Well, the 11th is all go in, and but until then, we do have our squares going on. We have Venus going into Aquarius, and she loves Aquarius. She's wild in Aquarius.
She gonna get a little,
She's out of control.
she gonna get a little frisky.
No, she's gonna be like jumping off the walls. I bet you get like 10 dates this weekend. You will.
I'm gonna have to get cleaned up.
Yes. You're gonna so, and this is gonna be there are some breakups in there with Mars though this week, but with Venus and Aquarius, people won't care. They'll be out. They're just she's out of control. She's fun and she's loving, and she's just broken out of Capricorn, which means she's like out of control. But she's fun. This is fun energy. Aquarius is fun. This is time for us to breathe and relax and enjoy ourselves. Aquarius will always tell us to have fun. You don't know an Aquarian that doesn't have fun. They love to have fun. But they can be standoffish. So they need their space when they need their space.
Scorpios do too.
Yeah, you guys crawl under rocks. Aquarians, like, I don't know what they do. They probably go like into some lab or something and look at like bottles and stuff. 'Cause they're science.
This weekend was really rough on me mentally and emotionally. I sat on my couch most of Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon. I finally could get up. I could move. I could do a couple things. I got my 55-gallon aquarium running, and I got my fish in there. I got the 10-gallon. I had them stashed in, torn down, and cleaned up. And I went bowling with my kids. But a lot of old stuff was brought up. Mercury retrograde. Okay. It's like, hey, you remember this? Here's something new to think about. Opened my eyes to a few things. And once I finally started understanding and accepting, I got up. I could move. Like I said, I went bowling with my kids, came home, watched a little TV, and I went to bed. I woke up this morning, and I have been in a great freaking mood all day. Laughing, joking, throwing stuff out. It's been a good day. It's a new day.
You put up an aquarium, and Aquarius is the water bearer.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
As a water sign.
Mm-hmm. He's not. Aquarius or air signs. They communicate.
Yep.
So with this energy, we are going to be a lot friendlier. I don't think the fighting that occurred in the fall and the winter, I think a lot of that's going to ease off a little bit more. Mercury in retrograde is a good thing right now. Don't be afraid of it. It's a time, and you can sign. Just read everything.
Fine print.
Review, if you're writing a book, if you go back, or like if there's opinions or anything at work, I'll go back, and I found a bunch of mistakes that I had made last week.
I can't wait. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hey, Jeff, go ahead and stick your link in the comments if you want. Plug yourself.
Yeah. So, here's something good that I did look up for. She goes through. Well, she's an air sign too, and little Aquarian children are very creative children. They're very, very sweet-tempered children. They can be a little emotional. I would give them space. The children of Aquarians are they care so much about everybody. They're the humanitarian. and they want to help everybody. That's a very good sign of an Aquarius. I want to help you. I want to help you. But then it's like, wait a minute, go help yourself too, Aquarius.
That's a big thing. Everybody has to do that right now. They have to help themselves. And sometimes, like I did, I had to sit down and let these feelings come out, let the ideas come out, the thoughts process, and of these memories that I was getting back. And you just got to sit down, and sometimes you just have to rest, not only physically, but spiritually as well. You can't help other people unless your cup is full. My cup was full today. I had a good day. Yesterday, I thought about it, and I've been giving out, helping a lot of people, trying to do a lot of things. And from my last good day, I noticed it's been kind of a downhill spiral. I haven't been doing my work, for myself. So we got to take care of ourselves, which reminds me, I needed to get to this comment. You drinking enough water?
Me.
No, Teresa Sayers. She got a headache.
Remember you told me to do that last week, and I did it.
Yeah.
I did it.
It's really important to stay hydrated right now. With all these energies coming in, the downloads and everything, hydration is very, very important. We're mostly water. This is energy coming in. Water carries energy, so stay hydrated. Your pineal, the more hydrated you are, the fuller it is, so it's going to work better. It can't process the downloads if it's dehydrated.
And everybody's going to feel this energy differently too, because you're very emotional. Like the water signs are really having a rough time. Like the air signs are loving this. We love it. We're just like running, like we're in great moods. Earth people, or really be patient with your earth people too, because earth people don't like change, and I guarantee this is going to be a big huge flip-flop of change, the crumbling of the old.
We need to try to be patient with everybody right now, not just certain signs. Communication is key right now during this retrograde. You got to watch your words. You got to listen and understand what the other person is saying. Listen to understand, listen to comprehend, not to reply, not to be the winner of the conversation. Listen, think about your words before they come out. If you have to, sit back and pause. Think about your words. Say, hey, I just need a minute. Hang on. Don't jump all over people. If you can't have a normal conversation without ripping each other's heads off, say, hey, you know what? This isn't working for me. Get a hold of you next week, and we'll try to discuss it again. If they get ticked off at you, guess what? They get ticked off at you. It's not on you that way.
Don't do it on the 3rd. February 3rd is not a good day to say that to a partner. February 3rd is kind of a little Venus-Mars thing going on where arguments can happen, and that's the 3rd. Just be patient and know that energy is there, and just kind of talk things out.
Right, and tomorrow's the 2nd, so 02/02/2021. We've got a 222 portal opening up also, and then Howie brought up a good thing, or a good one here. I've been wanting to throw up, 222/21. The closing of that portal. We're going to have to keep an eye on things then also, not only with ourselves, internally, spiritually, but also with what's happening out there. And let me throw one interesting thing out that I found out today, which chimes in with this. From the election, they had 45 days to get a certain report in. The report with all the election fraud, quote, election fraud, I'll say quote, which brings us to December 18th. December 18th is when they were supposed to have the report in. There was so much they couldn't get it all in. They were 2 days late. So they didn't get it put in until the 20th. Now, 45 days from the 18th is what day? Today, February 1st. Today is the day they were supposed to start seizing assets for the next 40 days of people who have conducted criminal activity, Wall Street, child trafficking, child pornography, treason. Therefore, we need to just kind of sit back, watch, listen. Don't get excited about anything. Things may change. It's okay. It's a good thing. I'm getting chills. Just
Well, I'll tell you, February 11th is a huge day too. I'll look up. We've got that Uranus square with Saturn on the 17th as well. That's a huge day. I'm gonna look up February 22nd. But February is still swirling and it feels calm, but there's a lot underneath, under the surface, that's really gonna push through. And it's important to expect the unexpected.
yes, absolutely.
Because that's what you get with Uranus, and you're gonna get it. And you know what was funny is I forgot about that impeachment. Have you ever heard of Athena?
Mhm.
Okay, Athena is playing very, very strong in this impeachment trial. I thought that was kind of neat. I mean, I don't know what he's gonna, I don't know how you can impeach a past president. It sets precedent to impeach for past presidents down the road.
You
Or
can't.
one,
You can't. It's unconstitutional. It's illegal. It's further
I don't get
treasonous.
it.
They're wasting. It's show. It's a movie.
It's just more money.
I'm gonna throw this out. I was gonna try to just keep it in, but I gotta get it out. Again, communication. But I'm gonna try to do it correctly here. The president of the city-state Washington D.C. I don't. It's my opinion, based on evidence that I've seen and looked up. I don't think he's in the White House. I think he is in a movie set that they used for some movies and TV shows. Okay, there are subtle differences. If you look close enough, it's right there. There's a lot of green screening. Trump just walked off a golf course. Said, hey, we're not done yet. He just opened the office of the former president. Okay, I know the word "former" is in there. He is the former president of the corporation. I still think he's going to be sworn in around March 4th or shortly after as the 19th president of the Constitutional Republic of the United States of America. This is why anything that Congress is doing, the Senate's doing, it's not constitutional. It's not going to take hold. It's a worthless piece of paper. So we just need to sit back. There's going to be a lot of changes coming in. There may be a huge burst of information poured out to us that is contradictory to everything that the mainstream media has been putting out. Pay attention to it when it does, because it'll be the real deal. I'm supposed to ask you about Howie's power burst.
Ask Joe.
Yeah, Howie said, ask Joni about my power burst.
His power burst is coming February 11th. I wouldn't be around him. I would steer clear of any Aquarius on February 11th. You're going to have to tie him down.
Yeah, Lisa, she's a fire sign and she's been an emotional wreck. Some of that probably has to do with Mercury's retrograde right now. Like I said, Mercury likes to show you. Everybody hates Mercury retrograde. It's actually a good thing if you know how to use it. It can be rough, don't get me wrong. But Mercury brings up things, and you may know this, I may be preaching to the choir, brings up things, current situations, past situations, exes, past traumas, childhood stuff that you never processed. It brings it up to the surface so you can see it, work through it, comprehend it, understand it, and then shed it so it doesn't bother you anymore. So you're free. You're getting rid of that negativity, and that leaves room for light to come in. And the more that's called, you're doing shadow work. The more shadow work you do, the lighter you become. Your vibration raises. As you do this, certain people may split off out of your life. Your circle may be a lot smaller. I used to know everybody. I used to hang out with everybody. Now I have a very small circle, and I'm very happy because now I can see what kind of people those actually were. They weren't good for me. A lot of them were not good for me, and I didn't see it back then. I do now. But just kind of pay attention to that. If a thought, an emotion comes up, just really sit down and dig and think about, why you're seeing it. Maybe take yourself out as a third person watching the situation like you'd be watching TV. Look at both sides of the situation and, okay, well, if I wouldn't have done this, this wouldn't have happened. If they wouldn't have done this, this wouldn't have happened. If we would have done this, maybe things would be different. Something like that. Hope that helped a little bit.
February 21st is the square, the Uranus square. We have one of three, and that February 21st date falls smack dab in the middle of it. So that's a huge day. That's the theme of the year is February 21st.
21st?
Yeah.
3.
And it's going to have to do with money as well because it's in it's in Taurus, which is the money for Uranus. That's a huge money thing too on the 21st because it's in Taurus.
Okay, that goes right along with seizing access, a huge money thing. That would be a huge money thing. Look at what they've gotten out of another city state. I'm not going to go into it, but if you do your homework, you can find it.
It wouldn't surprise me because it's the 17th through the 24th. So it's a whole week that we've got that. Yeah, and it's it's shocking. It's going to be shocking. Uranus shocks everybody. It'll blindside you, but I like it. It's fun.
I think I'm going to have a good month. The way I woke up today, I sat here this morning drinking my coffee before I rushed to work because I was 5 minutes late. Hey, only 5. Kind of conversating, and you're good. So hopefully, with any luck, I'm going to have a decent month. I'm going to make some growth. I'm going to step out of my comfort zone a little bit, which reminds me I need to get with Howie. Maybe we can do that later. I'm umming. I've got so many thoughts riddling through this blonde brain. I want to get out, and I can't because I don't want to get this stuff pulled off of here and banned again. Lisa thinking I heard this morning they can't impeach and aren't going to. They can't. I didn't hear the end of the hearing and what they decided today. I was at work. I need to check into that, but hopefully they're coming to their senses because legally they can't.
Well, Athena is very heavy if it is on the 9th. Athena's in there, the warrior of justice. I mean, I just don't. It's kind of a waste of money to me, but they waste money up there 24/7. So why is that any different? They all do it.
Right. And again, money. It's worthless pieces of paper. It's printed out of thin air. There's nothing backing it. However, that's going to change.
Remember what I said to you too? This is so the GameStop thing is so classic Aquarius. When it was happening and I was sending you this stuff, I'm like, look at this shit. It's hilarious.
Yeah. You might want to explain real quick to everybody. A lot of people might not know what happened with that. And then I got a couple comments I want to get to.
Okay. Yeah. GameStop is where people were on Reddit and they had short stocked GameStop, which means the big wigs, the big fat cats were basically forcing GameStop out of business. Yeah. So the little guys on Reddit went in and they all started buying all the stock, and it skyrocketed. I mean, people were making hundreds of thousands of dollars overnight.
Yeah, it went up from like $19 up to like 435 a share, I think.
It was crazy.
Amazing. The hedge funds were trying to short it. If I'm thinking right, that is they buy an option to sell at a certain price because they think it's going to take a nosedive. So say it drops down to $10 a share, they bought an option to sell it at $20 a share so they can make a killing. Well, these people took it all the way up to 435. There's a time limit on that short, on that option. They're going to lose billions. It's brilliant.
Well, they kept saying to the moon, and they have their rocket ships on Reddit.
Yeah.
But this is classic Aquarius, where the collective bands together, and it was people that didn't even, and they're like, we work at McDonald's. We're just going to put our stimulus checks in. We're not selling. We're holding out its principle.
Yeah.
We draw our charts with crayons, and here they are outsmarting the fat cats. Well, that's classic Aquarian energy, and that's what that's what you can see what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to, the people are not going to put up with 600 millionaires up in Washington, D.C. taking our money. That is gone. And it's crumbling. And
Mr. T is taking care of that. I guarantee.
Well, it has to do with money, but we're going to see Pluto is still out there.
Yeah.
Dredging up shit, and
that's what Pluto does, right? He takes and destroys in order to rebuild something better. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. There's a few, there's a goddess or two out there. That's what they're known for. Ripping something apart, building something new and better from that. Your classic Phoenix story. Burning up and rising from the ashes. That's what this country is doing right now. That's what all of us are doing right now. And every time we break, that's what we're doing personally.
We have free will, and I do believe we are in spiritual warfare right now because the world where we live has gotten very ugly. Yeah. Corruption, burning, killing each other, child trafficking. If we don't step up and get out of that, we're in trouble because Pluto will, it's death and it's destruction.
Yeah, look at Rome. And how long did Rome last? What, a couple hundred years?
I don't know. I have to look, but
it's been too long since high school. But that's where that's right where we're at. A couple hundred years. It's, and another thing we got to look at is, people are talking about the new Earth versus the old Earth. It's not a new planet coming into our solar system. There's a lot of people that hear that and think there's a new Earth coming in. No, it's a vibration difference. The lower vibrational people who refuse to change, who can't change, who won't change, who are still trying to do those type of things that you just mentioned. It's those lower vibrational people being separated from us, from the higher vibrational people, the ones who are doing their shadow work, who are raising their vibration. That also raises the Earth vibration. I know I probably sound like a broken record on here, but there may be somebody out there that doesn't know this. It raises the Earth's vibration, and that's what we're talking about: the new Earth versus the old Earth. We will coexist on the same plane, but in different levels. It's kind of difficult to comprehend and see, but it's going to just have to be something that we get used to. It's going to be an awesome thing. The Earth is going to start healing itself. The technologies that are coming out are out of this world. Notice those words. They are out of this world, and they're coming, and that's going to help us clean this earth up.
Well, do you
How
know
you talking about free energy?
Aquarius in Uranus
Coming.
is it's spaceships, it's space, it's UFOs. I don't even know. I've never even really looked at the UFO stuff. It's not my interest. That's Uranus and that's Aquarius.
Yeah, they have technology to take a garbage dump, mine it for the garbage that we've been dumping in the earth for decades, and they got this machine that they run it through. It puts out clean energy, carbon, space, and water. So as they're producing electricity and power, they're going to be cleaning up the earth. And there's all kinds of other technologies to do that as well. They're developing technologies to clean the oceans up. There's so much plastic in the ocean. There are islands of it that are huge. I'm not kidding. They're huge.
I know.
I've seen videos of a river just running with nothing but plastic on it into the ocean. It's pathetic. Hemp. We got hemp. We can make hemp-based plastic, which is biodegradable. And
We should have done that a long time ago. But see,
you can compost it.
we were stuck in the Capricorn structure and the earth, and nothing would change. Nope, this is the way it's worked. These are the factories that we've used. But now with Aquarius, we're going to have, you see, Aquarians don't look back. They don't look back. It's Aquarius says, no, we are not looking back. We're not living in the past. We look forward. And this is where the innovative stuff comes in because they refuse to look back. So those people that are stuck, not looking outside of the box, like you said, the lower vibrating, they will not receive the blessings of this new energy.
Yeah, and we got to be careful because they will try to drag you down to their level. Like I said, with the discussions, the arguments, jobs, stabbing you in the back, they will try to drag you down to their level. You just got to walk away. It's okay to walk away from somebody. You don't even have to give them a reason. If you want to say, hey, you know what, I need a break from you. I'm sorry, I've got some things I got to contemplate about, this friendship or this relationship, or you can just walk away from it. It's okay. That's
it's too strong. They won't. It's too strong. We're going to have one planet and that's it's going to be such a push, and I think it's been a push since January, and it's coming. And they are not going to be, there will be no argument because they are going to be in the minority. The people that don't look outside of the box. And I'll tell you another thing that's going to start to crumble. And I had this discussion with my mom, and she was like, I don't think so. I said, you watch the outpouring of spirituality. We're going to be bombarded because the old way of going, wait a minute, karma, universal laws, that's starting to make a little bit of sense.
You think?
And this is when the big mega churches will start to
crumble.
But the spirituality will grow.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be religion per se. Spirituality is just your belief in a higher power. God, Buddha, whatever you want to call it, the divine by any other name is still the divine. It's still a divine source of what? Energy. And more people are learning about that. More and more people are learning about Reiki healing. More and more people are studying stones, crystals, tarot readings, meditations. They're raising their vibration. They're helping to raise other people's vibration. It's an awesome time period, and I'm very happy that I evidently chose this time to come back. For a long time, I didn't understand why I would ever choose to come back in this time period and go through the hell that I signed up to go through. Well, guess what? It's to get to this day and to help with this process. And so that I'm proud of, because I have helped some people. Other people have helped me. We help each other, and the more people we can help, but we got to pick and choose our battles. Because if somebody asks for help, they have to want the help. Something I heard today, how was it put? It was put, well, if you're, wait for somebody to ask for help, or you can ask them if they want some help, but don't just try to help them, because that can inadvertently rob you of your energy and your peace. So pick your battles wisely. If you try to help somebody, even if they ask and they won't do the work, then you can't help them, and you're just going to have to walk away. Maybe somebody else can help them.
Well, we are such we want an answer and we want it now type society because of the internet, because of our phones, and everything happens so quickly that the path of spirituality is a process. It's a whole lifestyle.
Yeah.
And it is work, and it's something that you can't do overnight. And that's what a lot of people with psychic development think, that if you get a crystal, it will work. And it's like, no, you have to work at this.
Yeah,
You got
it's intent. It's, the energy that you put into it. You push through a crystal, you don't pull from it. So if your energy is off pushing through that crystal the wrong way, it's not going to work properly for you, and it can backfire and snap you in the ass. What?
It's just a rock.
But they're pretty.
Yeah. I've touched it, but I think with this Aquarius, I'm so excited. I think it's such an exciting, it's such an exciting time. Told you. It's an exciting time. It's a wonderful time. And I think you can feel it. If you, and it's much lighter. I don't feel as heavy. I don't know if anybody else can feel that, but
yeah, I woke up this morning and it wasn't near as heavy as this weekend was. I know I was feeling some of the collective out there, and the negative energies everybody putting out. I know I have to separate myself from that. Normally I can, but like I said, I let myself go with some things I didn't work on that I needed to work on, and Mercury picked me up and planted my ass on the couch. Nope, you're gonna think. And if you don't do your work that Mercury suggests, Mercury is huge. Pluto is his little bitty planet, but Pluto is Mercury's big brother. And when Pluto goes into retrograde, if you don't do the work that Mercury suggests that you do, Pluto's going to sneak up behind you, pick you up, face slam you in the concrete about 5 or 6 times and say, you know what? My little brother tried to do this the nice way. Nah, we're going to throw it all at you now.
That's in April. I think, and I talked to you, I think we are in the Pluto return right now in America. I think the other people use 1776. I use 1777. 1774 or 1771 or something is the birth date. That would put our Pluto return in right now, which is last year in COVID. And I'm going to keep investigating that because I think last year was a very, very rough year for everybody. What?
Casey McLaughlin. He's like, crystals? So I'm pointing to mine. There's one right there. That's iolite. That's my new one. And then that big sphere right there is, it's right here on the tip of my tongue. It's right there. Can you read it?
What color is it?
Hang on.
What is it? Let me see.
I know what it is, and I'm blanking out on the name.
That looks like tiger's eye.
No, it is. I want to say it's got something. The name has something to do with a snake,
Ew. It
and the
looks
camera is not doing it justice. I'll think of it.
It's beautiful.
I got rocks and crystals in my pockets. I trade out. It depends on what I'm feeling, what retrograde I'm going through as to what stones or crystals I carry. Amethyst is a very good crystal for Mercury retrograde. Any grounding stone that's good at grounding. Black stones, red stones. Red stones are good for your root chakra. Just like blue stones are good for your throat chakra. Green stones are good for your heart chakra. Match the stone. If you're having a chakra issue, match your stone to your chakra color. It can really help to unblock and clear and get your energy flowing again. White, for the crown chakra. I could work with you, Casey. We can get you some rocks. Serpentine, thank you, Ashley, thank you. It was right here. I just couldn't get it out. It's that damn block up. Well, here. But yeah.
I love those spears. I think they're so cool. I love those. I love them.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is going on this week. I would be curious to see if the impeachment is going through because Mercury retrograde in Aquarius will bring out a lot of crap if it does. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, Pluto is also about bringing out truth, correct?
Yes.
Secrets. Okay. Scorpio, secrets. What's Biden? What's his sign?
Scorpio.
He's got secrets. Guess what? Pluto is going to reveal his secrets.
We should hope. Pluto always does. You cannot escape Pluto and his wrath. You cannot escape it. I think what the Pluto return that's going on in America right now of everything just collapsed. It's basically collapsed. It would not surprise me in the least.
This has been a long process, a lot longer than a lot of people realize. People came to Mr. T and asked Mr. T to run for Mr. P. Okay, I got to be careful, about how I put stuff out because I don't want to be blocked again. But I'm sure you can understand who I'm talking about and what office I'm talking about. Mr. T and Mr. P. The P office. Mr. T was in the P office. They came to him and asked him to run. These people that were very concerned what was happening to our country, and they've been very concerned in watching and gathering evidence for decades. So this could go back quite a ways.
2006.
Farther than that.
Well, I mean, this particular cycle. But
so we can end this corruption, this idiotic spending, this debt, this war, this terrorism out there. I think either the day or the day after Mr. B got into the office of Mr. P, there were acts of terror. Now there's another war brewing, starting. Trump had peace over there. 3 peace treaties that nobody thought could ever happen. He made happen. He is out for peace. He may be an asshole at times. Guess what? So am I. But people still like me. Sometimes I say the wrong things. It happens. If we heard how the people talk about the way he talks, I'm sure it's kind of hypocritical. The locker room type talk. It's the media. We cannot trust the mainstream media. They were out to get him from day one because there are 6 people in this world that control the mainstream media. 6 people. Every outlet, every one of them, even Fox is now, this way too. It was bound to happen. You there's misinformation being put out. There was a law that was passed to where, the word again, propaganda was essentially legalized. It happened. And
Obama did that. I remember
yeah,
when it happened.
it's what's happening right now. And it is so unfair to the American people, to both sides of the aisle, to every single one of us, to the older generation, to the mid generation, to the younger generation, to the kids growing up trying to learn. All they're hearing is lies.
We have been betrayed.
Yeah,
We've been
by the
we've
media.
been betrayed. And I mean, I take it back to when I was a little girl, and everybody would watch the news, and the news was given. There was never an agenda. There was never an opinion. Walter Cronkite didn't put in his opinion. He simply reported the news.
The truth. They would investigate.
That's gone.
Yeah,
There is no such thing as an investigative journalist anymore.
yeah,
That is gone. And I mean, we would get the the death count every night at the end of his report. And in Vietnam, we would hear how many men died in
yes,
Vietnam. But
yes,
when Walter Cronkite, when Dan Rather, Walter Cronkite, when those guys came on, they were there for the American people.
yeah.
They told the truth, um, and we believe them. And you cannot do that now. That is
No,
destroyed on both sides.
no, you can't. When I was a kid, like you said, they reported the news.
That-
Mel Main's around here. He was our local reporter. He lived across the street from my cousin's house. A heck of a guy. He was honest. Now, I mean, they report what they're told to. I can get videos and put the links in here. I'm not going to. You can find them yourself of every news media station, your locals across the country, telling you the exact same story, damn near word for word, over and over and over and over.
Look, that needs to change, and it
Yeah,
will with this energy. Everything that I'll tell you what, this time next year, we will not recognize our country because of the shift that we're in. And I
yeah,
mean, it has not been like this for 800 years.
yeah. And one thing we need to keep in mind is once this process is said and done, and I'll say if, for the naysayers out there, if all this proof comes out and these people are arrested for their crimes and everything, and the proof and truth is told to the world and the American public, there's going to be a lot of really butthurt people um, that believed all the lies. And they're going to be in so much disbelief, it's going to destroy their world. We may have that is going to be a huge output of negativity. So we're going to have to try to compensate that. We got to keep up. There's going to need to be some, we're light workers. They're going to be drawn towards our light like moth to a flame. Some of them are actually going to want some help understanding it. So we may need to actually help them. And that's okay. That's why we're here, to help people. But again, pick and choose your battles. If they don't actually want the help, then they're going to have to find somebody else to help them, or wait until they are actually ready to help. But they're going to need some help. That's all there is to it.
Well, irregardless of what happens, we cannot allow the corruption and the theft and what has happened to the American people to happen again. And
Yeah,
even if it starts in locally where you are, to be active, this is our country, and we need to be proud of it and take it back for what it was designed to be, and that's for freedom. And that's another sign of Aquarius is freedom.
Absolutely.
And everybody is like talking about, and it's way over my head on the one world government or whatever that Prince Charles talks about, and one currency and one this and that. Well, not with Aquarius, because none of these other countries will stand for it. Everybody wants their freedom.
Hmm.
And with this, and, this is collective with Aquarius. So my freedom is going to be different than in somebody in France and their freedom. We all don't want the same to live all the same as robots. So
Absolutely. It's like two different timelines fighting to win over the other one right now. We
yep,
have, the where the negative people win, and we have where the positive people win. And the positive people are going to come out on top, and that is going to help this world. The way the vibration of the collective has been growing, the Schumann resonance, I think it usually runs 7 to 8 hertz, vibrationally. I think it hit over 8,000 the other day.
good.
I think I saw where it hit over 8, or maybe 800. I can't remember, but it set records, 2 records, one right after the other. I mean, it's crazy. It's off the charts, and that's because we're raising the vibration of the earth.
You have to raise it because, and I said it last year too. It was probably the most karmic year I had ever seen was last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had a little served on me.
And I'm going to tell you what your intentions, your words, what you put down on social media, what you type out on your keyboard is going to come back at you. You
Yeah.
have, and I said it all last year. It's a very karmic year. We chose to live where we are.
Mm-hmm.
We chose to live at this time. So you better fulfill what you chose to do.
Yeah.
Or at least try to.
Words, whether you say them, whether you type them, you're still putting them out. Words are energy. They have power. They have strength. Hence the term casting a spell on someone. Words, how you spell words. It's spelling. When you're speaking, you're spelling. So be careful of the words you put out. If you put out negativity towards somebody else, guess what you're going to get back. If you try to put out positivity towards that person, guess what you're going to get back. So try to keep positive. Anytime a negative thought pops in my head, I immediately try to think of 3 positive things. Something I'm grateful for: my kids, my home, my job, something. Helping somebody. I'm trying to retrain my brain. You can rewire it. You can rewire your thinking, how you think. It takes a while, but just like any habit, it can be changed. Your brain works like a computer. You can reprogram a computer. So I've been working on trying to reprogram my brain, and it's really helped me keep my peace and my temper. Scorpio, double Aries, or I don't know what. Anyway, it's double fire, and I used to just snap, and now I'm like, hang on, let's look at this in a different way. Let's talk about. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to agree to disagree, and we'll talk to you later. Done.
And that's okay. It's okay to disagree and to do it respectfully.
Yeah.
It's okay to speak the truth. If you say, well, this person did this, and that, because this is their truth. This was the truth. These are the facts that I'm going to lay out. And it's okay. But right now, I think it's imperative that raising your vibration. I do believe this is a spiritual warfare.
It is.
There's no question in my mind.
It's kind of like angels versus demons if you think about it. It really is. A lot of the things that have happened over the past several years were, in a way, biblical in nature. We've had plagues of locusts. We've had rivers running red. Algae blooms. You know, a lot of the things that the Bible said that would come at end of times have happened. And does end of time really mean the end of civilization on the earth?
No.
No. It may mean an end of what we're used to and a new beginning. Just like the Mayans. You know, the Mayans predicted 2012. Well, were they dyslexic? Did they mean 2021?
Probably after all these squares.
If you, I read somewhere that if you use a different calendar, like take out leap years, whatever, I don't know, something, it actually comes out to now. So again, they said, you know, this is the end. Well, I think it's the end of a period, the end of a cycle. And it is the end of a cycle. It's the end of a 26,900 year cycle.
It is the end of a cycle. It's absolutely historic. It is the end of a cycle.
Yeah, end of a 5,600 year cycle, end of a 26,000 year cycle. Oh my God, I'm looking at my screen right now. I got 11 people watching over here and 11 people watching over here. Thank you for that.
22.
Yeah, you can't make that up. I think it's the end of a bad way and the beginning of a good way, a new way, and it's going to be better for everybody on Earth. I think we're going to find a lot more peace.
It's a huge awakening. It's a huge awakening. And another thing that is very important are for the 30, I have to get the exact generational, the 30 plus kids. Their generational Pluto is Scorpio. So Scorpio and Pluto is at its strongest. That's right. So the universe basically is calling on them to take this when we're in our Pluto return. They are the ones that can really push this through too and make sure that it's a positive ending. You know, the high end of Scorpio of Pluto is transformation, the phoenix. It's complete transformation, brings out all of the crap. On the low end of Scorpio, it's death and destruction.
Yeah. The 3 levels of Scorpio. You have the actual scorpion with its pinchers. It'll cut the hell out of you, and that sting, it's going to kill you. Once that Scorpio starts seeing and understanding things and grows, then you get the eagle. The eagle flies higher and sees more. Once that scorpion flies higher and sees more, he understands more. Once he understands more, his whole world falls apart. He burns up because things aren't as he thought they were. So he burns up. He burns himself up. And then he rises from the ashes into the third, which is the phoenix.
So that's the generation that I've said it's time to put big girl panties on, and you lead this country because you're the ones with all they've got the more power behind them as a collective. But you know, they understand spirituality. Those kids are the kids understand spirituality, and they're very kind people, and those are the ones that are going to step forward.
Yeah, there are a lot of them that do. I've noticed a lot of people in their 20s asking questions about stones, crystals, learning. They want to learn, and that's going to help. We just have to wait for the brainwashing of the media and the colleges and the professors. They're going to start thinking for themselves, and that is when things will really change, and we can all start working together instead of against each other. You know, Black Lives Matter, for instance. The root cause, it's a good cause. It really is, but it got infiltrated by Antifa, and that just took it down to hell. You know, I mean, there's some really good causes out there that got infiltrated by bad people, and it hurt the root cause.
They allowed them to infiltrate in. So you've got to hold people accountable, because you know what? We're not going to put up with this. You're not allowed in here if you do this, this, and that. And accountability is huge.
Yeah.
And I mean, if the lessons are not learned, they will repeat. You cannot be heard if somebody's burning down a building,
Yeah.
or looting. This takes time and effort, and people need to listen, but they're not going to listen
No.
when it's negativity.
No.
And people don't respond to negativity. And I knew this was going to happen. I said, this is going to get hijacked. And
Yeah.
sure enough, it did.
Yeah.
So
Mercury retrograde. It is about repeating cycles. It's about the things in your life that keep coming up. You may process this one event and it damn near destroys you, but you come back, you learn from it. Okay. Next time Mercury comes around, hey, guess what? We missed something on that. Let's take another peek at that. Okay. It hurts, but it's not quite as bad because you've already worked through the worst of it.
And Mercury gives you 3 times. You get
Next
3
time.
shots.
And if you don't, then Pluto steps in and kicks your ass. Okay.
Saturn. I mean, somebody's going to come in and kick your ass.
Yeah.
And but you know, as long as you try, and it's a journey that is, even if you do get it wrong and you put in an effort to do an achievement, the universe rewards you.
Yeah, and that's it. That's it. The more positivity you put out, the more positivity you're going to get back. You're going to be rewarded. The more work you do on yourself to raise your vibration, you're going to become more in alignment. When you're not in alignment, your job sucks. You don't have money. You're sick all the time. Your car breaks down all the time for no freaking reason. Everything goes wrong all at once for no reason. Your fridge goes out. Your hot water heater goes out. You get fired. When you're in alignment, okay, all of a sudden you start thinking, well, maybe I don't like my job anymore. You know, I'm at a level where I need something more, something that challenges me more. And then you're looking through the newspaper. Oh, look at this help wanted ad. Or you're talking to somebody at the grocery store, you know, just out of the blue, talking about your job, and like, well, you know what? I run a company. I'm looking for somebody to do this. That opportunity will be given, but you have to be able to step out of your comfort zone in order to take that opportunity. It may take some work and it's going to be some change, but anytime I found something better, I had to lose something first. Now, because I wouldn't step out of my comfort zone, now I'm trying to do that more. I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone more. And I'm that's one thing I saw with this weekend is I'm slowly coming into my own alignment. And I'm really trying to work more on that. I got a couple things I need to work on in order for that to happen. Okay. This being one of them. But financially, I've always struggled. You know, even being married, having 2 incomes, it was all I could do to keep the bills paid. I lost half my income when Shannon left, and I'm making it. I've actually got a little bit of money left over now. I'm like, what did I forget to pay? So I double check everything. I paid everything. And then the last 2 Mega Millions, I won $6 a piece. It ain't much, but hey, it's a start. You know, some other things have happened that have just, you know, opportunities that, you know, have been given to me. I'm now the co-host on Dr. Mary Barrett's show with a couple other wonderful ladies. That's on Wednesday night. So I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, trying something new. Maybe that'll lead somewhere, you know, maybe to the next step. I don't know. But if I don't step out of my comfort zone, you know, Steve Smith of the Spirit Mechanics, I wouldn't be doing this now if he wouldn't have been here in Nebraska visiting. doing his show and gets up out of the chair and throws me in and says, "Guess what? You're doing the show tonight." What? You know, I hit him hard. I was sweating bullets. He helped me along, but I got through it. If somebody wouldn't have pushed me to speak at a paranormal conference 2 years ago, I wouldn't be standing right here. I'm not going to mention her name, but I got to thank her. Maybe she'll see this someday. I don't know. Lost contact, but that's all right. You really got to look at how the universe works. Sometimes if I help somebody, I'll be driving home from work. I helped them work on the computer on Messenger, talking to them about an issue they had. Like, well, let's look at this and this and see what you think. And they come back, or I'll send some Reiki to them or something. Hey, that really helped me. Thank you. Like, no problem. That's what I'm here for. And on the way home, I'll hear, look right. And there's the most beautiful sunset you had ever seen. That's a gift.
That's right.
And then I'll hear, look left, and I'll look left. This happened to me the other day driving home, and there's the full moon. So I was driving home between the sun and a beautiful sunset and the full moon, and both of those energies were hitting on me, and I was just in heaven. I almost teared up. That's a gift. It is. I used to look over and like, oh, that's cool. No, now that is very special. That is a gift. I understand why that happens now. Some other things have happened for me financially. I'm not going to go into, but helped. I was having a lot of issues from the past, and all of a sudden, I've been working real hard to get something done, and I still haven't got it done. But all of a sudden, I kept hearing, wait, be patient. I'm like, well, I've got to get this done to get to this step, and I want to get to this step because I want to get to the next step. Like, wait for it. Spirit saying, just wait, calm your panties, okay? Just sit back, take a chill pill. We got you. All of a sudden, a lot of my debt disappeared. Poof, gone. I don't know. It's gone. Got wrote off. It's gone. So I really had to thank the universe. So if the universe tells you to be patient, keep doing your work, but be patient. And another aspect, you're mentioning, I'll probably have 10 dates this week. That's something I've been trying to be patient with too, is, meeting somebody new, versus working things out where I was. I've made my decision on that, but, I keep hearing, be patient. Your time's coming. Your time's coming. And that was really bugging me because I thought I had to get this financial thing done to get this other step done to get there. Well, maybe I don't. I just got to trust, and I got to be present in the moment. I have to live for today, something I've been forgetting about. I have to live, fourth dimensionally. Don't think about the past. Don't think about the future. You can plan for the future, but stay present in today. Because if you worry about the past and what that done, it's going to bring you down. If you worry about the future, what's going to happen next month, it's going to keep bringing you down. So just worry about what you got to get done today, get it done, and move on. It's
And the Aquarian energy will not allow you to. It's going to be very, very strong. And Aquarian, it does not look into the past.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like where we were so structured with Capricorn for so long. That's a lot of that is going to be. It's going to take a crumbling process.
Right.
So it's what I mean. It's going to be things it's not going to happen overnight, but it will, and and all of us will have to get out of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you attract what you put out. What you put out there is what you get back. So it's and that's the truth. And and to hold yourself accountable and say, what, I did this and I did that is very hard to do.
Mm-hmm. It is. It is. Sherry, that chill, static electricity, tingles. I held up my arm because the hair was standing up my arms. My whole back, shoulders, arms were tingling as I was talking. Spirit was giving me a little, attaboy, and you can feel it. You can feel it. The first time, there's a name for it, and I can't remember what it is, but the first time I had an angelic experience, I was guided to a certain place in the country. All of a sudden, boom, there's this detour. Like, crap, left or right? I heard go right. Okay. So I went right. I come up to this intersection. I just looked left. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go this way. Came up to the next intersection, and I stopped. And for some, I saw some trash. I find a lot of answers when I stop to pick up trash. It may sound silly, but that's helping the earth. It's a little positive thing that I did for the earth. Hint, people, hint. And I had been looking for a new place to get some sage, to help my clients. And I get out of my car to go pick up this trash, and I look down, and there's this rock. And it's a gray rock. We have a lot of these around here, and they got white and blue in them. And I kid you not, I think I still got it somewhere. There's this rock with a hand like this shape pointing. So I look up and I look over, and sure as shit, there's a whole patch of sage. So I walk over, and I did my offering with the tobacco, and took a small portion, thanked, and you always leave some. You got to leave some for seed and for others, for nature. And I looked down, and there's a stone, and I picked it up, and I didn't know what it was, but it was pretty. So I thanked the universe for it. I brought it home. I looked it up. It's tiger iron. Do you know where tiger iron comes from? Australia. Where have I always wanted to go? Australia. Maybe that's a hint that I'm going to get there. Who knows? I still got it. It's up on my dresser.
How did some from
How did it get
Australia get there?
Yeah, and then I'm driving down the road, and this overwhelming feeling of happiness and joy, it hit me so hard I had to pull over. The tears welled up, not sad tears, but happy tears. And things started changing for me after that. You will never forget a feeling like that. Never.
There's a huge difference between regular tears and spirit tears. Spirit tears don't stop, and it's a whole different.
Just kept coming.
Spirit tears are like, oh shit, and there's nothing like them in the world.
Yeah.
And you can't stop them. They're out. You have no control, and there's nothing like spirit tears. Nothing in the world. So that's the awakening. That's the awakening, I think.
It is. It really is. I think there's going to be a lot more people experiencing that. And once you feel that, it changes the way you think. It really does. It changes the way you feel about things and people, and the way you treat others, and the way you treat yourself. Yeah, cleansing tears. That's good. It's almost indescribable. It really is. What I put out, it doesn't do it justice. I may never feel that again in my life. I did feel it another time, not quite as strongly, but
you will. Sure, you will.
I may.
You will.
It's amazing. Maybe that'll give some people a goal. Something to look forward to. I don't know. I use my own experiences, even if they're negative, to help other people. I can do that now. I'd never want to admit to the bad things I've done, in the past. Guess what? I did them. I own them. It's on me. I lied. I cheated. I stole. Damn right I did. But I made up for it. I got punished for it. I made up for it. Karma hit me for it. I think I'm about at a balance on karma now, good versus, not good. but it's really not bad karma because it teaches you. If you pay attention, you know, your past karma coming back to teach you something. You know, what you do to others may be done to you, but it's to teach you so you don't do it anymore. So you grow as a person, you know, and once you start growing and doing better things, then your good karma starts balancing out and you have better things happen for you. I used to be an asshole. Well, I still am sometimes, but nothing like that.
You never are.
Wait, knew I needed these tonight for a reason. Here you go. Got a tissue for you.
I needed one earlier because I'm like, I'm getting the cold.
You can't make this up. Spirit told me to put those there the other day.
Spirit always tells.
You ain't kidding.
You know, I think, and it's going to get more like that too. With after the 11th, I'm telling you, it's going to be wonderful for all of us.
It's going to start changing, and it may be a little rough. Change is rough in the beginning, but if you give it a chance, if you work through it, if you start accepting a little bit, if you got to pray, pray. If you got to meditate, meditate. If you have to ask people for some help and understanding, do it. But also keep in mind that that person may be going through their own issues. Maybe their cup's not full enough to help. So if they say, hey, I don't have it in me, don't get mad. Just say, okay, thank you, I understand. Maybe they can help you find somebody that can help you. Or maybe they can help you in a couple of days once they take a break over the weekend, refill their cup so they can help you. I try to keep it full. It's very difficult with everything I do for a lot of people. But think of that your cup, say a little teacup sitting on a saucer. Okay. That cup is full. Well, you add a little bit more tea, a little bit more positivity in there, and it runs over onto the saucer. Try to feed off of the saucer. Once that saucer gets empty, take a break. Let it overfill again. Keep your cup full.
It's true too. It's very, very true. You cannot help others if you need to. And there's nothing wrong with stepping back. You have to sometimes. You know what I mean? You have got to step back. There are times that you do. And I think now more than ever, I think it's funny because when you look at things and see where spirit has strategically put people around and if you think about who you've met the past like 2-3 years, it's like we have flipped our entire set of people that we know, and it's just spirit people that have gotten together and they're located all over. And that's when I'm thinking, what the hell is going on?
Yeah. You know, I'm here in Via Wymore, Nebraska. It's a town of 1,683 people. Okay. Long-haired me, leather jacket wearing me, got on city council. You know, I wanted to help my community. I kept trying and trying and trying, and everything I kept trying to do to help the community, I was shut down on. Like, okay, you know what? Then some things happened. I can't go into them. I'm like, you know what? I can't be a part of that, and I walked. I gave up my seat. I resigned. My decision. The meetings were every other Wednesday night at 7. Okay, hang on, wait for it. Michelle, my teammate, she gets in her car a while back, snaps a picture of her radio screen. It said, literally, in the words, three ladies, one Keith. I still have the picture. Dr. Mary's show that I just became a co-host of. 3 ladies, one Keith.
See?
You can't make this up. Spirit will give you hints about what you're going to get in the future. You just have to be able to decipher them. I thought it was about a completely different situation. You know, like I was going to have to choose between 3 people in a way that happened. But that's not it can also have multiple meanings. So did I make the right decision back then? And then it got me to this point. Okay. Her show is Wednesday nights at 7, the same time as City Council. So if I was still on City Council, I wouldn't be able to do that show. You see how everything works? All the people I've met, Howie, you know, my paranormal team. If you sit back and think about everything that had to happen since I was born for us to meet and come together in this way, it's mind blowing. It is mind blowing.
It's cool.
There's
It's
a
so
reason
cool.
for everything, even if it's negative at the time, there will be something positive that comes out of it. You can always find some positive in a negative. Always.
There's always a lesson. There's always a lesson. And even if you do something and you're like, what the hell is this lesson? You know, what is this lesson? You'll see it. It might not be instant like we want it, but you'll get it's like, what the hell am I supposed to be learning now?
Road trip.
What did I say? I said by this weekend, what?
Yeah.
5. What 5? By this weekend. Call me psychic.
Yeah, I'm gonna take notes and see what happens here.
Told you 5. Well, my dear, it's time for me to go to bed.
Okay.
I'll have to watch you on Wednesday. Is that Eastern or Central?
Central. 7 Central.
It's 8.
Yeah, I'll throw some shares out for it.
Please do, because I see it. I always get it after the fact. But I guess I
Okay.
can always watch it after.
Yeah, it's on Blog Talk Radio as well as no, yeah, this one is just on Blog Talk Radio.
I like blogs. I like listening to blogs and stuff.
Yeah, and if you sign up for a free account on Blog Talk, then you can access the chat room and interact with us, ask questions. You can also call in on your phone and listen on your phone. And if you want to ask a question, you hit 1, it puts you in the host queue. We bring you on, and you can talk with us. And yeah, it's a pretty fun show. We talk about a lot of different things, help some people in different ways. Do readings and whatnot, try to help people. So it's pretty fun time. We get silly sometimes. Dr. Mary, she gives me a lot of crap about my voice and my long blonde hair and blue eyes, and she's putting me out there like a piece of meat. Okay. Yeah.
You are to me. You're a Scorpio. You don't care.
She's picking me up and throwing me on the grill for somebody. Just saying.
You're just so what's the word? Violated, are you? You're violated.
Oh, yeah, there's Teresa right there. She is one of the co-hosts right there.
Yeah, you're just violated. See, Teresa, you guys violate him. Poor Keith.
Oh, they have my face so red.
Oh my God, a Scorpio!
Yeah. Oh,
I
seriously.
don't believe it.
Yes, seriously. Yes, Mary turns this face beet red.
No way.
Yeah,
I gotta watch this.
Well, it's not on screen like this. However, I will be having these 3 ladies on the Otter's Den pretty soon once we get it scheduled. So.
Don't see typical Scorpio payback. Stop it, Scorpio.
Notice I was laughing, joking. Okay. We have fun. We really do.
That's good, but that's what it's about.
Yeah. The main thing is, we're on there to help people. So.
Well, that's cool. That's wonderful.
Carol, it's called An Evening with Dr. Mary Barrett. If we're not friends, I can't remember if I still got you on here or not. Facebook took a lot of my friends and went poof. So shoot me another friend request if you want. If you're not still on here, I haven't seen anything from you for a long time. I throw it out on the Otter's Den page, and no wait, I throw advertisements for other shows out on the Cobra Paranormal page. So if you want to go like that, Cobra Paranormal on Facebook. And I share, Howie's shows and Jeff and Shelly's shows and everybody's on there for, people to be able to see when they're on and what's going on. So I'll usually throw the shares out a couple times that day. I try to do it right before the show. So yeah, and the call-in number will be posted in the link. And then when we're on the show, we throw it out too. So. It's happening again. Yes, Larry is the culprit.
I called this before we even started tonight, didn't I?
Yeah. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Thank you, Teresa. I enjoyed doing this tonight. I get the feeling I helped somebody out there. I don't know who, but if Joni and I help one person,
that's right,
for putting this out, great. That's why we're here. I can sit here and make an ass out of myself, and I don't care. I'm having fun.
You
if I let one person do it, by doing that, I'm happy. One at a time. I don't care.
We will get through the 11th together. We've made it through all of COVID. We got through. This is a great time. This is a super exciting time. February 11th.
This has been so rough for so many people, but the rewards are going to be so huge if everybody just accepts and works together to get these changes made and done. I can feel it radiating out of my heart right now. The light. It's a physical feeling that I feel. That's something new for me. At times, it almost brings tears to my eyes, but I can feel it. My vibration is raised enough. I am literally pushing light out. When you walk into a haunted place or a really oppressed room and you feel that weight on your chest and you can't breathe, this is exactly the opposite. It's light shining out. It's peace.
Wait till the 11th. Wait until a couple of days, and it's all in Aquarius, all in. We're almost all in there. We're getting there. We might all be in there now, but they will all be in that stellum. So I'm telling you, after the 11th, our next show, which will be it'll be a completely different. It's true. I mean, we made it through COVID. I'm telling you, in America, we're in the Pluto return. I think they used the wrong dates of the birth date of our country. It was not the Declaration of Independence. It was when they met for the first Constitutional Congress. I don't know. Shit.
Everything lines up from the date you chose in 1774 to now. It makes perfect sense. It really does.
It is completely lined up. And now what we're doing is when Pluto goes in retrograde in April, we run back through it again. I know. So what we didn't learn, Pluto's going to take a retread back.
Yeah.
And say, okay, did you fix it?
Yeah. Yeah. Did you fix it?
Did you
learn it?
Did you learn it? Did you fix it? And if you didn't, it's.
What did you miss?
I don't know. What did we learn in COVID? You know what we learned in COVID? We learned what was really important.
Yeah, we did.
We did. We learned that, you know what? Family means more than 5 or 6 ball games a week, art lessons, or, my daughter was taking the grandkids, my grandchildren, every night during the week. They're going to basketball, to dance, to something.
Mm-hmm.
Do it home. So what's important? Home time. We did learn a lot.
Yeah, people were gardening. Families were gardening together. They were eating together. They were fixing meals together. They were playing games together. They were actually getting to know each other. I know, right? But they were also doing shadow work. they were mirroring things back to one another about issues they had and didn't know, and they learned. They did their shadow work, and they had to learn about themselves in order to learn about their family so that the family could get together without killing each other.
We learned about toilet paper shortages. Remember that? We did. Remember that?
Yeah, and the Bible talks about shortages. Never in my life did I figure the biblical shortage would be toilet paper.
Remember that? That was like it happened like 5 years ago. We were all flipping out.
Yeah.
I mean, that we learned through that. And that's why I think we're in the Pluto. I just think I'm going to have to really look at it more and get more information because, a lot of the stuff that I'm finding, we weren't taught in history class. Nobody put in our books that Benjamin Franklin was a master astrologer.
Yeah, he was. He was.
They didn't teach us that.
He was an amazing man. An inventor, a writer, astrologer. He was an amazing man. He really was. And even when we were in school, our history books, they didn't teach the real history of this country. Not near. And they left so much out because it wasn't nice that, people don't know the real history of our country. The real history of our country is raw. It's nasty. The people that came over here did some really nasty people to some things to some really wonderful people. I think the natives were supposed to be teachers.
Me too.
They were supposed to help us and teach us, and instead, we did really poor things to them. And I think that led to some karma for this country. I really do. We all need to see each other as equals. If we look different, we look different. I don't look the same as you, but we can be friends.
Sure.
I've got brown friends, I've got black friends, I've got white friends. I think I even got a green friend. I got missing time and I got a chip in my hand. I got x-rays of it. So, we may have to learn to get along with a lot of different things.
If it's coming, it'll come within this new energy because that's the energy that'll come through.
Yeah.
It's space. It's UFOs. It's space. I'm telling you, there's a lot going to hit. I can't wait. I think it's such an exciting time.
Winner.
I'm finding out because I need to know the actual birth date of America, and I don't think it was 4th of July.
We can do some work on that.
I know, I'm trying. Then I get sidetracked. And I'm like, oh, Benjamin Franklin was an astrologer. So then I veer off course.
Yeah. Tomorrow, Google first 7 presidents before Washington. And that will get you a close date.
I think I've got the date because it sure is. I think we're in it now. Or was it when I don't know.
We can figure it out. That's not an issue.
All right, my dearest. Well, I'm going to get off here so I can get ready to go watch TV and go to bed.
Okay.
We will get through next week. Another week. See, I was thinking that too. I was thinking when the Pilgrims came over in 16.
I don't know. Let's do some homework on it.
Okay, sounds good. I need the birth date of the United States, and then we'll figure this is your second Pluto return.
Yeah.
It might be. I was
Hi,
thinking.
Peggy. Oh, Sherry's on. Sherry's getting us some information. Here, let me throw it up. Let me throw it up. John Hanson, 1721 to 1783.
Who is that? Joni.
So you want to Google that name and
Okay.
date.
I don't think it was 4th of July when they signed the Declaration of Independence at all. Because
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
That was not when we were officially a country.
No, that was when the war ended and we got our freedom.
Correct. So, if anything, it would be maybe the date of the Constitution. I'll have to start researching. It's not July 4th. I'll keep looking.
Okay.
Well, my dearest, thank you so much.
Thank you again. You always bring such wonderful information and knowledge. It's appreciated. It really is. I know you do a lot of work to get it, and I just kind of sit here and ride your coattails. So
I love it. Are you?
I do too, because it works out. You know, you do the astrology, I do kind of the spiritual stuff, and it just blends together, and we work together awesome.
I love it. It's my life. I mean, if I just need a telescope.
Yeah, I've learned a lot from you. I really have, and it's appreciated.
I love it. We will get through. We're there now. We got great things coming.
Yeah, we do. We really do.
Expect the unexpected.
That right there is the most perfect statement made all night. Expect the unexpected.
It's coming. With Uranus, it's coming. Let's see. I thought the Mayflower too. That was like 1620. 1620, I think. Shit, I wasn't there. We got to look up the Pluto return, but we'll figure it out. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Okay, sounds good. Unless something big happens and we got to go on next Monday.
Gotcha it. We'll do it.
All right.
Bye, sweetie.
All right, night, girl.
Bye.
Okay. On that note, before I let everybody go, there was a video that I shared tonight. I'll try to share it again when I get off of here, but you're going to want to watch it. It is from a very wise, very educated, very qualified doctor from Omaha, Nebraska. Her name is Dr. Lee Merritt. And the information that she gives out on, the sea thing that we've been going through for the last year is simply amazing and scientifically accurate, in my opinion. She gives out some very good things that you can use to defend yourself against it, prevent it. You're going to want to watch that. It's not very long, but really listen to what she has to say. It's amazing. It goes right along with a lot of what the conspiracy theorists have been putting out, but it's scientific, science, fact. Start paying attention to what's going on around the world. Don't dwell on it, but there's a lot of stuff going on around the world that we're not being told about. Riots here in the States, other countries, the military taking over newly elected officials because of voter fraud. Things are happening all over, not just here, and the media's not putting it out. So start keeping your eye out. Start looking for some different media sources. I throw out Ben Swan. He's awesome. I throw him out. Dan Bongino, the Hodge twins. I'll throw out snippets here and there, but I got to be careful. I just got off ban, so I got to be careful about what I put out. So yeah. Wait for it. It's going to be awesome. So on that night, on that night, words, it's a thing. On that note, thank you for everybody tuning in tonight. Thank you for those that may watch later. I hope we help some people. And if you got any questions, feel free to get a hold of me and I'll get back to you when I can. You ain't wrong, girl. You ain't wrong. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes that collective is a little negative and can bring you down a little bit. So we got to try to push positivity out to get it back up. Like I said, it's think of two opposite ends of a magnet. You're trying to push them together, and the closer you get, the further it tries to push you back apart until you finally get them so close that the attraction is so strong that one flips, and they stick together and come together as one. But it takes a lot of energy to get them there, a lot of pushing. So on that note, I got a few things to do. I'm going to share that video out again. Hopefully they'll take it down. You might, it's truth. But I'll get it shared again so you can see it. And thanks for tuning in. I hope you all have a nice evening. Okay. I'm in Wymore, Nebraska, right by the Kansas line. It makes total sense. Total sense. Always here if you need a hand. Okay. Nebraska. We got corn. We got a lot of corn. We got a lot of corn. And corn huskers. You know what? I still got I got 20 people watching. Who's all still watching? Throw me a shout out. I'll stay on a little longer if you want me to. I'll BS with you. Hi, Lisa. Yes, we are the heart of America. We are right smack dab in the middle of this country. This wonderful country. I have a jar that Steve from the Spirit Mechanics brought up. I'm not going to say what was in it, but I'm never drinking that stuff with Steve again. That's all I'm saying. You know how the song goes, I'm never smoking weed with Willie again. I'm never drinking that with Steve again. Oh my God, it knocked me on my tail. White lightning. There's a song about that. Actually, there's probably a few. Steve is an alchemist. He changes things. He uses substances and energies to change things. And he literally took carbon out of the plaster of my wall, and he put it energetically into this jar that was sealed, no less. Okay, there's about this much left of it, and all of a sudden it got cloudy in the jar. He's doing his work with his energy, and it starts boiling, and that steam went into the liquid, and then he opened it up and he said, "Now try it." He turbocharged that shit. He turbocharged it. Yeah. You think strong moonshine's strong? You ain't seen nothing yet. Yes. Orion Effect, Howie's show. Yeah, I pop in there once in a while. BS. Probably gonna have him come on here pretty soon. I've been on his show a couple times. Awesome people, awesome family. Yeah, the Riff Radio Network. Awesome family. Ooh, ooh. Has anybody got any questions about what we talked about? And you got going on? The bowling, yes, it was awesome. Started bowling when I was in kindergarten and bowled up until I graduated, and then joined an adult league, you know, when I was 18, and they were all drinking and smoking and having fun, and I'm just sitting there going, yeah. So I quit. Still got my bowling ball from when I was 16, and my son had a birthday party, so for his little girl. So we went, and they talked me into trying to bowl. I haven't for a long time because my back, my neck, my shoulder, you know, told myself I couldn't do it. Well, guess what? I could still do it. I just got to be a little careful. Um, it's fun. You know, I'm bowling on a league with my kids, my son, my daughter, and one of, you know, my son and my, you know, my friends. Words, they're not coming. It's fun. You know, we do it on Sunday nights. We get pizza, we get wings. We just sit there, we talk, we bowl, we have fun. We don't care if we win or lose. First week, I bowled pretty decent. I think I had a 166 average, and that's not bad for not bowling league since, you know, 88. So I didn't do too bad. Last couple weeks, though, I'm back down to like a 140, 130, which is fine. I don't care. I'm there to have fun. And it was. We have fun every week, so it's cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Keith went night night for a long time and woke up like and felt like I got ran into a brick wall at 90 mile an hour. It wasn't pretty. It took 2 or 3 days to come out of that one. It was a good time though. I do got to say that. We had a fun time talking. All right, night, Teresa. Thanks for popping in. We'll talk. Plus, it gets me out of the house. You know, Scorpios like their cave. They like their solitude. I do like the people if I'm around the right people. So I'm an extroverted introvert. If I get the right people, I like to go out. I like to do things. I like to have fun. If it's around the wrong people, nah, screw this. I'm going home. You know, you get around the wrong people with the wrong energy, and it just ruins your night. It ruins your mood, brings your vibration down. Um, but you know, going bowling with my kids, I mean, that brings me up. It really does. Excuse me. We still got 19 people. What y'all up to? What you been doing? Got any questions? It's easier for me to read if I put them up here because the print's bigger. I have went fishing, and we had mint julep that night. You know, you mix it in a coffee can, pass it around the campfire, whatnot. And I was fishing, and I got up and I made it down to check my poles. But that's about when it hit me. You know, I got up and got the blood flowing and moving. And I woke up the next day and I couldn't find my hat. You know, I was right by the bank, right by my fishing poles, but I couldn't find my hat. Somebody finally told me it was in my hand. And sure enough, it was in my hand. I've done some not so smart things in my life. Weird dreams are a thing. They have been for a while. And between the retrogrades and the sunspots hitting the Earth with radiation, the radiation storms, that'll do it. Energetic downloads, you make some growth, you get a download. Yeah, your body's got to process it, your brain's got to process it. Brain's got to process. When's the best time for the brain to process? When it's shut down, when you're sleeping, your subconscious. That's where your dreams come in. Your ancestors' house. May want to look at that a little deeper. There may be some knowledge for you. I'll say in that house, but maybe about that house. Maybe something you need to know that you don't know. I don't know. That's just what Spirit told me to say. Yeah. And my dreams are crazy. They're puzzles. They're jigsaw puzzles. I use this example. I will dream of a cat dressed in armor riding a shark with an AR-15 holding an umbrella. And I got to figure out what that means. And it does. If I get it figured out, it teaches me something that I missed. But it's hell to figure that crap out. It is. And normally I don't remember my dreams because I go out and I do work. I split off. I go help other people in my dreams, astroplane. And a lot of the things I do, the entities that I deal with aren't pretty. Michael's told me that a few of them would hurt the human psyche. So I'm not allowed to remember when I go out and do that. So if I remember a dream, there's a lesson I need to see about it. Hmm. Get with me a little later. I'm not going to say anything on air. Get with me a little bit later tomorrow on that, Renee. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 3 a.m. the witching hour. When you wake up, look at what you dreamt about if you can remember it, or what is going through your mind right when you wake up. A lot of times, Spirit will give us a message and wake us up in order for us to consciously process it, because we need to consciously see it. That's why we wake up at those times. I'll wake up at 3:33, and wake up's like, okay, what do I got to look at? Okay, and I'm back out. I need to start writing it down. I need to start taking my voice recorder up to bed with me. That way I can just hit record quick, say it, put it back down, and go back out. Because if I don't do that, then I don't remember. Yeah, possible. Through thick and thin, whatever happens, she's right there by your side. That actually makes sense. Maybe there's something you need to learn about her. Maybe there's something she's trying to tell you. We'll get with that. Yeah, a lot of people are having crazy dreams right now. It's a thing. And again, it's Spirit, the planets, retrogrades, everything trying to help you grow, process past traumatizations, etc. There may be things you don't physically remember. You may dream about a similar happening, and it's so you remember that what happened, back when you were 6 years old. I don't know. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody processes their dreams differently. Usually I'm fairly decent at processing other people's, but again, I don't live their life, so I don't know. All I can do is give them hints. Yeah, I got recordings I need to go over. Sometimes I do the recordings, but then they just sit there and I got to get that done. So who all keeps a dream journal on here? Kind of a handy tool. And there are books, videos out there on, taking dreams apart, seeing what they mean. Falling means something. Certain animals mean certain things. So that may help you interpret things. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. It is definitely a thing. Anybody else got anything they want to talk about before I bounce out of here? Yeah, it can really help with that. Seeing what your subconscious is bringing up, what you're, remembering subconsciously, but not consciously. Your subconscious is trying to bring it to your conscious so you can work through it and process it and learn about it and release it. Childhood trauma. I got severely traumatized, by my possession. So that really took a lot of work. And, sometimes the dreams help with that. Sherry, my timeout time was very spiritual, helped a family member with family, hospice care, in the process of hospice patient. Wow. Isn't that interesting how things come together sometimes? Everything happens for a reason. That's cool. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Spirit will provide you with what you need. Sometimes it's not what you want, but it's what you need. Sometimes we shy away from things, that we need to learn from. I know I've done it. I've hidden from the lessons. And when we do that, the next cycle comes around and that lesson hits harder. So it's better to just sit back and go through it and process and learn it when it comes up. I know it's difficult to do sometimes, but who are you talking to? You swearing to me? Well, hello, Orion. Now that's interesting. I was just talking about, friends from out there earlier, and my missing time and the chip in my hand. And then we have a new visitor to the feed tonight. Welcome. We're actually done with the show, but you're more than welcome to hang out. We're just hanging out and BSing for a little while. Thanks for popping on. It's appreciated. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And those are amazing. They are. You think you feel good. How do I put this? Somebody gives you a gift. It's something you wanted. It's a physical object. You think, it makes you feel really good and happy. that you got that. It's a physical thing. The tears she's talking about are so much more powerful. When you get a gift from spirit, from the universe, it is so much more powerful than that. It's almost undescribable. It's awesome. So Orion, where are you from? I see you're watching on the YouTube channel. That was buffering a little bit earlier. I guess YouTube's been buffering quite a bit. So if that's going on, I apologize. It's not on my end. It's on YouTube's. Yeah, bliss. That's a good term. That is. It really is. I got it right here, girl. I come prepared. See, evidently Spirit knew you were going to be on the show tonight because he told me the other day to leave those Kleenexes. I was going to take them back up the bathroom. He said, "No, leave them there." Okay. Well, Orion must have popped off. That's all right. Hey, Melissa, how you doing? You're on the tail end of the show, but we're still on here BS. I actually was in the Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts. I really was. That was a cool experience. Later, when my son joined, I was actually not pack leader, but one of the assistants. So that was cool. Being able to help the kids and help them learn. Get their merit badges. That was a really cool experience. It's actually how I got my truck. Come to think of it, we were going on a lot of camping trips. I didn't have a truck, to haul everybody's stuff in. I got a settlement from the back, from my back and my neck. It paid off my medical bills, and I had a little bit left over. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get a truck. So I got on eBay, and there's this truck up in Minnesota. Low mileage truck, looked great. The bid was so low, I added like $5 to it, just out of S and G's. I ended up winning the thing, and I had to, have, my wife at the time, we had just separated. She actually drove me up to get this truck up to Minnesota and bring it back. And I still got the damn thing. The way things work out is crazy. Good. I'm good. I had a really good day. Good night. I've really had a good time on the show tonight. You might go back and watch it from the beginning up until now. I think there's a couple things you might need to hear. Not bad things, just good things. You might get some smiles, some giggles. I think you need a giggle. Why do you need a giggle? I'm going to be right back. I'm going to let the dog in quick. I'll be right back. Good girl. You got to run. There you go. All right, I'm back in. Had to let Chow in. She's getting cold. Hi, baby. How you doing? What do you think? Come here, up, up, up. Come here, up. Come on. Come on. I want to show you everybody. Come on. All right, fine. Never mind. I tried. Like I said, Melissa, that is awesome. See, I'm good at reading photos too. At least sometimes. On Dr. Mary's show that I'm co-hosting on now, we were actually talking to people. We got live call-in guests. This is new to me. Okay. First night, I actually did okay. I kind of hit on a few things. I always second guess my abilities. It's something I keep trying to work on. I've proven to myself, I've proven to others that I can do the thing. It's what the spirit mechanics call, working, helping people. It's what we call doing the thing, for a lack of a better term. And I just got to quit second guessing myself, because what snaps in my head is usually right or very close. And if it's not for right then, it might be for later or somebody they know. So there's always a reason why something comes out for somebody. But yeah, the pictures. I was on a phone call the other night, and a couple people sent me a couple pictures of themselves. And I'm like, okay, in this one, you're this, this, and this. And okay, for you on this one, you're this, this, and this. And they're like, yeah. Like, okay, great. So, just go with your first instinct. What spirit tells you, that's what that person's supposed to hear. Whether they understand it at the time, they might understand it later. So that's awesome. Slowly, yeah, just take your time. As you're ready, you're growing. And I'm proud of you for that, by the way. Holy crap, $79, that's awesome. Ha! 11 again. 11. Love it. Love it. Thank you for that. It was a good show tonight. We got out a lot of information. Yeah, some of it was a little political, but I mean, this is playing into what everything is happening out there. It really is. And people are going to be so amazed very soon. Very soon. I'm not sure I know who Lisa Williams is. That is amazing. That's actually something I'm thinking about getting into. I've got another person, actually a couple people on here, on my Facebook, that's what they help with, is missing and exploited children. One helps grieving parents and drug overdoses, and again, missing kids. Sometimes spirit gives me hints on where these people are. We had a missing young man here in Beatrice. It's where I work. It's like 13 miles north of Wymore. And they found his shoes and cell phone by the river. They were looking all over, on one side of it. They were searching the water. One of the gals knew, this is something I do, and got a hold of me. I'm like, well, they thought he drowned. Like, okay, well, I've got this. First thing that came to me was my sonar. I got side scan sonar. You want to borrow it? Go ahead. So they borrowed it. Didn't find nothing. She let me know. I'm like, I heard other side. Okay. And I'm like, did you look on the other side? If you go over here, you can get to the other side. Walk over right across from where he was. Has anybody looked there? Just like, no. I'm like, go look over there. Sure as shit. The next day, they took the boat across. They climbed up like a 30-foot embankment, and he was sitting right there. He evidently got drunk, swam across the river, climbed up the embankment, sat down, and alcohol poisoning. Sad thing, but at least they found him. The family had closure. There's a lot of families out there that don't have closure. I'm working on a missing persons case, a local one here. 12 or 13 years old now. And that one's kind of close to my heart. As a high school friend. Hopefully we can get somewhere with that. Gotten close, but certain things are keeping it from processing. Certain legal things and whatnot. So hopefully we get there. Spirit. When Spirit's helping me, I taste like ozone. You know how you get a fluorescent light bulb and it gives off ozone, or a lightning strike close to you and you smell and taste ozone. That's how I know Spirit's here with me. It's amazing. Thank you, by the way. All right, I got behind on comments here. I get to BS and I don't pay attention. Oh, okay. Okay. I might have to look into that. Let me write that name down. If I don't write it down, I forget. I love learning. Maybe there's something I can learn. UK. I just saw Sherry's. Okay. Right now or after I jump off? Because I'm pretty much done with the show, just sitting here BSing. So if you need to talk, I can jump off and we can definitely do that. Okay. Okay. I just saw that when you're done. Okay. Will do. Absolutely. See, like I was talking about earlier in the show, it's amazing how things come together. What things have to happen in order for other things to happen. Oh, you got me curious now, boy. You got me curious, brother. Yeah. Yeah, I can feel right there. Hey girl, how you doing? Okay. The crystals I was showing you earlier. Hang on, I gotta get right here. That one right there, the serpentine serpentine spear. And the right there, that one right there, the iolite. Crystal Infinity is where I got those. And lo and behold, I forgot to thank you for this. In that package was some selenite as well. I got a little gift. Thank you very much. I got the selenite sitting right on my computer. It's yeah. Oh, selenite. It's freaking amazing. Just don't get it wet. Don't put it in water. And it does splinter sometimes, so be careful. Get the shards in your fingers. It's worth it though, because it just it feels. And these two, right? Hang on, I gotta get my hand right. Okay, let's see. Okay, there and there. Those two. The other night I had them sitting on either side of my computer, and holy crap, I had to move them. I was higher than a Chinese kite just from the energy coming off of those two. It was amazing. Okay, we'll do, Renee. You can reach out to me anytime. I'll get back with you as soon as I can, okay? And even when I'm at work, in between customers, boss knows that I help people. He's okay, because when I'm on Facebook all day, I'm also selling parts for him. So yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I do, Stephanie. I share. They do live crystal shows, and I'll toss those up on the Cobra Paranormal page. Um, I I've got several friends that sell crystals. We've got a local place up in Omaha. It's called Awakenings. It is simply amazing. Also, she does live feeds. I throw those out. Uh, Psychic medium Kelly Miller owns and runs the place. She is an amazing woman. Yeah, so if you need stones and crystals, we can get you hooked up. They were. I mean, we vibe. I can feel them right now. It's amazing. And like, I was holding the serpentine sphere up in the camera, and the camera just does not do it justice. It is a beautiful stone. So is the iolite. And I got to show you the size of these, okay? Oh, and they are, oh, hello, Nelly. This is the iolite. It is beautiful. And like I said, the camera doesn't do it justice. Oh. And then again, the serpentine sphere. And I got these for specific personal reasons, some things that I personally need to work on. Notice what they're sitting next to. Okay. The iolite helps with the body and alcohol and separating yourself from that. Okay. Oh, that's these. Okay, this one. I was sitting here one night. It was quite a while ago. It was a very bad night. Everything hit. Okay. Wife left. I'm sitting here in a haunted house, possessed. Didn't know that at the time. But everything just hit, and I was angry. I was depressed. And evidently, I put that all into my thumb. And let's see if I can show it to you here. There is a perfect indentation. You can see it right here, where that little warpage is. I melted that bottle. When I talk about energy flow, it's a thing. Okay. So when Steve came up, since then I haven't been able to do that. However, when Steve came up, he took one, and he just took it and he put his thumb into it. And then he explained to me exactly how I did that. Energy misdirected at something can be very dangerous. I melted a bottle with my thumb. Imagine if I would have directed that much energy at somebody. So instead of taking it out on other people, I put it all into that bottle. And it's probably a damn good thing I did. And if you want to know why, I also do a show with my teammate Michelle on Thursday nights, generally at 7. Also, we do the Forgotten Serial Killer Chronicles. And we talk about, she picks one and throws out clues, and the guests that are watching have to guess who it is. Renee Cote on her, she is awesome. That's her thing. We've had her on. We'll probably have her back on. But I've noticed so many coincidences between these serial killers and what used to go on in this head. It was scary at first, but now it's eye-opening. I beat something that they didn't, and I'm very proud of that. I was stronger than they were. Not more powerful, but I was stronger. I found the courage to reach out for help with the paranormal issues. Spirit helped me pick out who to bring here to help me. I did the work to get them here, and it was not easy. It was a Dead Files TV show called The Dead Files. And that is exactly who I needed here to see the issue. The issue turned out to be what was inside of me. And she knew exactly who to send here. Spirit Mechanics from Kentucky. Everything worked out. And I got the help I needed. Steve gave, and the other mechanics gave me the education that and knowledge I needed to learn to help other people. So now I get to help other people in this aspect, going through the same things. It's simply amazing. And I like to share that story because it helps other people. And again, I got behind on comments. So, and I will talk about issues that I have. I don't have any issues with talking about my downfalls. Yeah, I need to quit that. When I went to let the dog in, guess what I grabbed? Yep, I grabbed a beer. It's time. It's beer 30. Tonight's because I want one. Is it professional to be drinking on a show? Probably not. Do I care? No. You can think whatever you want about me. I don't care. That's how far I progressed. You can think whatever you want to about me. I don't care. I know who I am. I know where I need to go. I know what I need to work on. And that's part of the alignment thing that I was talking about earlier. I need to take better care of myself, my diet. I need to quit smoking. I need to not drink so much. Just go back to, going out one night a week on the weekends. My diet, like I said, it's just time to get healthy again. I've had a Bowflex downstairs for over a decade, and it became a flat surface to set stuff on. I got it cleaned off. It's still sitting there. I was going to start working out on the 1st. It's still sitting there. Something always comes up. I have to make the effort. I have to consciously make myself go over to my shelf, pick up the video, put it in the player, watch the video, read the instruction manual, learn how to do the exercises, and get up every morning and go down and work out before I go to work or as soon as I get home. I have to make a routine. I have to do the work. I have to put that effort in. Then I'll get a reward. I'll get better health, which is what I'm after. That's what I want. I'm doing this for me, not for anybody else. And I forgot where I was on comments. Well, I will definitely throw this one up. They have a live show tomorrow at 7 p.m. So go look them up on Facebook. Hit that like button. Okay, follow them. Those things are amazing. Yes. Let's see. They are. I love them. I thought about putting them next to my bed by my selenite lamp, but that would be too much. When I got my selenite lamp, I was high for 3 days when I went to bed. I had to push it back a little bit away from my head. I had to put some distance in. If I put those by it, selenite amplifies and cleanses, and yeah, that would be way too much. I got Tiger's Eye in my pocket, as a matter of fact. Tiger's Eye is a good motivational stone. Keeps you motivated. Let's get some work done. I got a lot of things done at work today that I've been putting off. It's like, okay, you know what? Boss is gone. Let's just roll with it and let's get this stuff done. When the boss is gone, you can get things done. You don't have to do it a certain way. You can just get it done. If he watches this later, he's going to go, "What did you do?" I'm glad. I'm glad. Thank you for that. Ladies, you are going to make me either blush or tear up. I don't know which one's going to come first. I think it's the blushing. I can feel it. Yeah, that's exactly what I said when I took them out of the. I could feel as soon as I picked up the package on the front porch, I knew what it was. As soon as I put my hands on it, I knew what they were. And then I picked it up and felt the weight. Like, oh yeah, I brought them in here, and it was just like, it just like filled the home. Yeah, I do have a tendency of putting that out sometimes. It may help somebody else. Like I said, I've done a lot of bad things in the past. I'll admit it. I'll own it. I'll talk about it. I don't care. Think of me what you want. I'm a better person than what I used to be by 100 times, as far as I'm concerned. Do I still have issues? Do I still have flaws? Absolutely. I'm human, but I'm learning. I'm doing my best to become a better person to help others. And that's more than a lot of people out there are doing. And a lot of people that are watching these shows that I do are also doing that. So I commend you tremendously because you're doing the same thing. You're trying to become a better person yourself so that you can help others. And that's what it's all about. It really is. You get behind on comments and you go to scroll a little bit and it jumps. So then you got to scroll back up and figure out where you were. Ah, I knew somebody was wondering. I felt it. I didn't hear, but I felt it. And then Crystal Infinity jumped on, and I had to talk about the stones. So that led to that story. See how things happen for a reason? There's another example. Oh, baby steps. Yeah, absolutely. Mountain Dew. I got bad teeth. That is from drinking Mountain Dew nonstop every day for decades. Why? Because I'd work, full-time job and then go home, take care of the kids, and go out and work in the garage to, pay the bills. I now see that was a mistake. There were different ways I could have done things, but I had to do it that way in order to learn the lessons that I learned. Key. So I got bad teeth. It's from drinking too much damn pop and sugar. So now I'm dealing with that. And I made sure the kids and the wife got into the dentist and got what they needed done. I put them first. But it had a detrimental effect on mine, which I'm dealing with now. I just got over a very severe tooth infection. So bad that was pushing my tooth out. Antibiotics didn't touch it. So I ended up taking raw garlic, pressing it, letting it set for 10 minutes. Turmeric, ginger, I cut it up in small pieces, and then a little bit of sage powder. And I would put that in every meal. Certain things it's great in, certain things it's not so good in. Just saying. But a couple weeks, guess what? Tooth's back up in place. It's getting solid again. I can actually start chewing on that side again. So something naturally I read about on the internet actually fixed my tooth. So you learn things, baby steps. I was talking about you, girl. I was talking about it. I don't know if you heard or not, but I was talking about the serial killer show we do and how you are ace on guessing. You have all that knowledge. Ah, there's Nathan. Nathan McFall. He helps run Crystal Infinity. Awesome guy. Awesome guy. Yeah, we talked about how the Soul Tribe comes together. It's amazing. It really is. And I'm going to throw this out. People can be a part of your Soul Tribe for a day, for a week, for a month, for a year, or for the rest of your life. We come into each other's lives to teach each other. Sometimes when we teach someone, they learn and they move on, and that's okay. I've got friends that I haven't talked to in 20 years that have, learned. We can go, Kelly Meyer, I've had him on my show. I'm going to have him on again. Brother Incarnate. Me and him can go for a month, 2 months without talking, and we get together, and it's just like, hey, like we, saw each other yesterday. It's awesome. Spirit knows who to bring in and out of your life. We have all signed contracts to do this, to come back here for these specific reasons. We decide up there, I'm going to come help you learn this. Okay, well, I want to learn this. Okay, I'll come help you. That's the way it is. Sometimes those lessons are hard, but they're for a reason. Sometimes my energy does get up there a little bit. There was one night I had so much going in here. I got up, I just started reaching for the light switch, and I was 4 foot from it. I'm not kidding. I burned my finger. I threw a 4-foot lightning bolt from my finger over to my light switch, and I blew it. I had to change it. It's called arcing. When you build up too much energy and you don't ground, to balance that out, it's just like a static electrical charge. You can blow things. I've blown light bulbs. I've blown street lamps. This is before I knew what arcing was. I've blown phones. I, not on purpose, but did not so good things to people just by thinking. It's arcing. It's that energy going boom. So that's something to be careful of. Stay hydrated, stay grounded, keep your energy level. Something to definitely watch out for. I got to get caught up here. Hang on a second. We can come up with something on that. Get with them. Let them know what you got going on. They can hook you up better than I can. They know so much more than I do. They can hook you up. They can hook you up. Something about a song. I don't know. I am better today than yesterday, and tomorrow may be better. I'm praying. I don't think I'm a rock star. Thank you, though. I'm just here trying to help people. There are people out there that know so much more. They have so much more knowledge, like you guys with the stones and the crystals. Steve with what he does. But I'm learning from everybody. I'm kind of like a jack of all trades. I know a lot about a little about a lot, and that's okay. I don't have to know everything out there. Not yet. Still working on that. I got the first page and the last page done. That's something I was actually thinking about yesterday. Spirit just kind of said, you know what? I would sit down and try to write, and Spirit said, no, not today. I would think about doing it. Spirit said, no, not today. You need to look at this. So something would come up and distract me. Getting close. I got the first page, the last page done. But I needed to learn more lessons in order to fill in the middle more efficiently to help others better. Patience. Sometimes we got to do that in order to kick our own tails and get back up and move. but it's where you keep wallowing, dwelling on your own issues that you don't grow. That, feel it, understand or comprehend it, ground it, process it. You got to process it, heart, mind, soul. Then put it in your hand and give it back to the universe and tell the universe, hey, thank you for this lesson. I don't need it anymore. Thank you. And you're going to be amazed at what happens. That's shedding it, giving it back to the universe, and thanking the universe for the lesson. Don't forget about that part. Well, girl, if I didn't reach out to the right people and went the way I was going, I might have been part of your obsession. We've talked about that. Exactly the same, buddy. Awesome, awesome people. Here, this is good. Sharing. All parts of the tree of life. Some are leaves. Leaves fall off. Some are branches. They support the leaves. And a few strong lifetime roots. That's your thing. That's the key right there. The roots. Your roots. You can't stand without good roots. You can't fight without good roots. And I don't mean beating the crap out of somebody. I mean fighting to survive, fighting to grow. You got to have good roots to do anything. That is the basis of anything spiritually, anything physical. You got to have good roots. What is that show? It's on Netflix. Marco Polo. There is a blind martial artist on this show, and he was assigned to teach Marco Polo. The first thing they did was work on the roots, your stance. You got to be able to support yourself. After that, the energy from the roots will come up and make you grow. We may figure that out. That answer may come. There you go, Melissa. There you go. I don't always throw everything out on here if it's private. So I try. I came back. That's part of my soul contract. I had to really do a lot of work to find out my life's purpose, my soul purpose, why I came back here. It was not only to help myself and learn, but it was to help others. And if I didn't go through everything I went through, I wouldn't be able to do that. I was put on both sides of the narcissistic fence. So I understand both sides. So in ways I can help, if a couple is an empath and a narcissist, maybe I can help both of them. Because I've actually been in those shoes. I know what it feels like. I know what it can do to you. I've been on the both sides of a lot of things. And Spirit did that for a purpose. So I can learn about both sides. Because if I haven't lived through both sides, I can't help somebody because I may not know what they're going through. Going through it, I know. Tree hugging. Yes. Yes. Tree hugging. Grounding. If you've got too much energy, walk up to a tree and talk to it. Ask it if it can help you ground your energy and find your peace. You'll hear, listen, quiet your mind. You'll hear a yes or a no. Because it all depends on how much energy you have as to whether or not that tree can handle it. If it says no, go find a bigger tree. If that one says no, go find a bigger tree. You'll hear a yes. You can put your hands on it. You can hug it. You can sit underneath of it, lean your back up against it, Imagine the energy cycling around you, going into that tree and out through the roots. The roots will ground it, spread it out. The earth will send it to where it needs to be recycled. It's actually amazing. It works. And if you see me in a park hugging a tree with a bag of rocks in one hand, putting dirt in a jar with another, mind your business. I got things to do. Yeah, yeah, trees are amazing. They really are. And there are different entities that live amongst the trees that some people can see, some people can't. But if you watch out of your peripheral vision in a forest, you may see them. If you clear your mind, let the light in, you may see them. They're amazing. Yeah, yeah, it's amazing what one thing can drive us to further ourselves and learn. Uh, I got itch. Sorry. Okay. It's a bad thing about living alone with bad shoulders. It's hard to reach those back itches. I can't. I ain't got nobody scratching for me. I never really looked into the serial killers before me and Michelle started doing her show. This is her passion. I'm like, well, let's do it. She's like, well, okay, let's do it. So we're doing it. There are certain nights that we do miss. Either I got something going on, she's got some health issues. I guess shit happens. But we're going to be trying to get that back up on here pretty soon. If you want to go see back issues of it, I've got them listed on. If you go to the videos on the Otter's Den page, the Cobra Paranormal page, or the YouTube page, they're in there. Thursday nights at 7. And I do it. I share it out to the Otter's Den Facebook page, Cobra Paranormal page, and then my YouTube page. Ouch. And I'll share out that we're going to go on, or hey, we're not doing it tonight. So it's not. It's almost 10 o'clock, people. When defining processing, each of us has our own way, path to improve ourselves. The more we can help each other, the more we ourselves will improve by learning the others' lessons through them. Perfect. That is perfectly stated. I have helped myself see things that I was missing by helping others. My advice to them, I got advised. They mirrored it back to me. I'm like, holy shit, I do that. Didn't realize I did that, but yeah, I did that. So I learned. It's amazing what you can learn by helping others. What's that? Sometimes my brain goes, making a note. You mean about your stones making me high? Oh, okay. Thank you. I will do that. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. The more we can get the show out, the more people we can help. Eventually, I'm going to have somebody sitting here beside me helping me with this. And they can help me keep an eye on the comments, which I keep falling behind on. They can click on them and throw them on my face. I'm like, oh, okay. Shiny. Schoolhouse Rock song. 11 is a powerful number. You ain't kidding. Okay, you know what? I will age myself. I was born 11/11/1969 at 3:23 p.m. How about that? 11 has ran my life. Right now, where I sit, I'm at the corner of 11 and 11. I live at 419 North 11th. It's the corner of 11th and K. K is the 11th letter, so I literally live at the corner of 11. There are signs coming into this town. Wymore, 11 miles. I ain't kidding. A town where I frequented not too long ago. You get to the corner and turnoff, it's 11 miles. It's a divine number. It's helped me. Almost every house I've lived in, somehow I can get 11 out of that address. And I'm not talking typical math. The way I read numbers has nothing to do with typical math. So my power, my life number is also 11. It's something I'm going to be putting into my book also. I see 11 all the time, 11, 11 all the time. And I never knew why until now. That's something I want to get into is numerology. I know a little bit about it, but I want to learn a lot more. That way I can help others, clients. And I'm going to throw something out right now. Cobra Paranormal, my paranormal team, we are taking a break and taking new cases right now. I've got my issues I need to work on. My other team members have some personal issues going on. We have to fill our own cups back up before we can help others. So we need to get ourselves raring to go. And then we want to get some organization going with the team. We want to be a little bit more professional, and then we're gonna come back. But we got a little work we got to do. If you have issues, I have other teams that I can refer you to. Oh yeah, the 1, 2, 3, 4. Your consecutive numbers. That means that's them telling you that either a change is about to happen or there's a change you need to make happen. And you're the one that's going to need to see what change that is. Hey, 77, double sevens, lucky 7. There you go. See? 68. Yeah, see? We're all right in there. 5 is a number of change also. 555, 555. 1111, it's your divine saying, you need to pay attention to what's going on, what you're thinking about, what's going on in your life right now. Or if good things are happening for you, when you see it, it's like, here, you did good. We're giving you something. Here's a gift. You earned this. There's certain meanings for each repeating number. If you're not sure what it is, Google search it. What does 555 mean? The first thing that's going to pop up is angel number 555. Click it. Read it. You'll understand it. Oh, no, that's interesting, Sherry. And Renee just caught that also. Isn't that interesting? Maybe you two ought to have a chat. Just saying. During an eclipse. Have you ran your birth chart yet? People run your birth charts. I ran mine. I haven't looked at it yet because I don't know how to read it. But Joni does, so she's going to help me with it. I think I'm going to find a lot of interesting things in there, you know, about where Mercury was, where Pluto was. You know, Pluto was over Scorpio. So I think that's going to tell me a lot about my life purpose and whether I'm where I need to be or not, whether I'm on the right path. And I think I am. Well, no, I know I am. But I think it's going to match up with, oh, there it is again, here standing up. It's going to match up with where I am. But I'm also curious to compare it to other serial killers' birth charts. Get it? Yeah, there's a lot of information to process in a birth chart. There really is, all the squares and trines and retrogrades and this and that and the other thing. And I'm still learning, and it's over my pretty little head. Ah, hmm, hmm. Just saying. Hmm. Mine's going to be pretty interesting, I think. I think whoever looks at it's going to look at it and go, what the? How is this guy still alive? Divine intervention. A little bit. I'm still learning, looking into things. What's your birthday? I'll give you yours. Or you may already know what it is. Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably going to happen. That's interesting. That's interesting because I left my herd behind and I drive a Mustang. Coincidence? Three. I'll look that up. I don't want to be wrong on that. So I'll get back with you later on that, Stephanie. I get it now. I get it. Rocks. Rocks. I got rocks in my aquarium. No, not the selenite. All right, ladies and gents. I have got a couple things yet to do this evening. So I am going to bounce out of here. Thank you for the BS session. I needed it. Maybe I just needed a vent and hear myself talk. I don't know. I do that sometimes, even more by myself. Sometimes I tell myself jokes and laugh and giggle. Hey, nothing wrong with that. So thank you everybody for popping on. I think I put some people together here. Maybe that's why I was supposed to wait and not pop off earlier. So, like I said, again, everything happens for a reason. So, on that note, y'all can get me later, tomorrow, whatever. I'll get back with you as soon as I can. I got my notes to look up. And I hope you all have a great evening. Imagine that. All right. Thank you. You'll have a good evening. Keep your eye out. See what I'm doing here? Keep your eye out. Night. Thanks, everybody.